fight.
Dead wrong.
You know what? I can't. But what I can say, hold on. This is what I can say before we start. I appreciate that we sat down and talked about it, got it straight. Let's move forward.
Yeah, I don't want to do.
We all want the same thing.
I don't want to do a text. I don't do the texting stuff. And I don't do the phone call stuff. I'm gonna come in. That's like, cause I saw you last day. Cause I ain't text this nigga back. And I'm gonna come in and we're gonna have a conversation and we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's just that's how it's gonna work. It's just, not everybody's gonna agree on every single thing. That's just how life works. But
we all want the same thing.
That's how
Exactly.
big as possible.
That's how good business. You're gonna have the conflict.
You gotta communicate.
You gotta break through.
Then you gotta work up in the organization.
Alright, whenever you just hit the record.
yeah, y'all do need to get a new.
I'm buying a new one.
And we back with another episode 29. Fellas, how you doing today?
We Gucci, baby.
Light and easy, baby. Light and
We
easy.
start off a little hot.
Little family argument.
Start a little hot.
Little Hardeman brothers.
Had to clear things up, I was just telling interesting story. Before we jump around. First, you say you good. Key, how you doing?
I'm Gucci.
And Ray, you say you Gucci already. Make sure you keep that drink where it needs to be.
We ain't having that no more. Responsible now.
Interesting story. I was actually telling my dad. My dad, for some reason, always forgets the name of the show. So I was telling him about it last night. I was like, yeah, he said, he kept asking me, the arguing what? The arguing what? And then he thought I said something else. So I'm like, nah, man, I keep telling you the arguing, but I said, just listen to it. So he listened about 10 minutes of it. And he was like, yeah, I see why you call it the arguing brother show. so it's good. So shout out to Pops, man. I hope you subscribe because we need that money.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
All right, fellas, man. We got this quick show. We're going to get in and out of here. So let's start off NBA Finals. What did y'all think, man? Let's start with the ending of the NBA Finals. The last minute, it was a back and forth game between Jimmy Butler and LeBron. That was action packed. I enjoyed it. I want to start with you with this, Ray. Should LeBron shot that last shot instead of giving it to Danny Green?
Just being at who LeBron is and what he's done his whole career, I wasn't surprised. But, looking at it, he could have probably forced it like a little runner because AD had the weak side, right? So he probably could have forced it. But, I see, Danny Green, bro, it was so wide open, though. But, the way LeBron was cooking, I probably would have forced it. Only because I knew AD was on the backside. And the way the play was designed, not having AD in that pick and roll, I'm thinking we only need a 2-point basket. Let AD attack the glass. And but I would have probably maybe forced it. Just because, the narrative of he had it going. Like, he was cooking, dog. Like, I just knew he was going to pull this thing through, bro, and to pass it out and to lose it, bro. And it could be that play could define them winning this championship or not.
Was you sad? Because I know that.
I wasn't sad. They got another opportunity, but at the same time, it's a great play. Like, he had Jimmy coming flying. He had Duncan on his hip. Right? He probably could have little muscle through him, but
could have. Huh?
Yeah, he could have. I wouldn't.
Let me ask somebody who has an objective.
Danny Green had a good look,
opinion.
Now, he ain't got no objective opinion.
Give us the real. Tell us the real deal right here.
So everybody gonna say he always make the right play, bro. I'm with. My thing was, I'm putting it on the referee to make that call, just like Jimmy Butler did. I'm attacking the basket and make the ref call it. But then, I think in LeBron's mind, he don't want to go to the free throw line. So
but he was shooting it well, though.
He was. But
he was shooting free throws.
But when the game is on the line, it's a lot of pressure stepping up and making 2 free throws. But in that, I'm not putting it to win a game, somebody shooting a 3-point shot, who've been inconsistent the whole playoff. You know what I'm saying? If it was Caldwell Pope up there, I like my chances.
CCP.
Yeah, I like my chances. But kicking it out to Danny Green, I'd rather have my chances trying to draw a foul to kick it out to Danny. Danny Green open for a
Let
reason.
me ask you a quick question. Do you think LeBron drove the pass?
He drove. You can see all day he drove the pass. Because if he wouldn't have drove the pass, you would tell everybody clear out, let me work. And from the play call, in his mind, he had no chance. He went to the hoop without even thinking of scoring. He think I'm gonna draw the double T and kick it out.
I think that's what the play was designed to get that open look.
But as a star, like you said, who got it cooking?
You cooking though.
I'm telling him, clear it out. We're winning or losing with me tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the ref to get a foul because I know I can get to the basket anytime I want.
Yeah.
They gotta foul me, and then the ref 9 times out of 10, you don't think they're gonna call it? They just called it on Jimmy Butler.
They just called one for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
So you don't think they're gonna call? That was a foul. Because AD, it was a foul.
AD went toward
He went
him.
toward him. He didn't go straight up. He went towards. So you telling me the ref not gonna give LeBron that same call?
No.
He hasn't been getting a lot of calls though.
But I would say he went to pass, not to score.
Yeah, he did.
And he said it himself in the interview, I have been successful my whole career doing that. But you have been unsuccessful too doing that.
Yeah.
So, and I tell you this, they do not want to go to a game 7 with Miami. Because all the pressure gonna be on them shooters
This is a big team tonight.
of the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
And the key for the Miami was, I know everybody giving Jimmy Butler his love, which he deserved, right?
Oh, it was Robinson.
But Robinson
Hit the 7 threes.
7 threes.
Cause he been off all. If he was on, this series be tied up. If he was on like a couple of them other games,
Him and Hero been on.
cause I've been like the moment's too big for him. But he showed up the other night.
Him and Hero been off.
And if he would, Robinson to me was the key to that game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, look, I'm gonna get to the point. Frank Vogel's an idiot.
I can't blame him.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why is he an idiot?
Why I blame Frank Vogel. I would have never had Danny Green out there. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, listen. I would have put Rondo out there to be. This is why I say this. Let me see why.
Get the ball in Rondo's hand.
And put the ball in Rondo's hand. That would have freed LeBron up. When LeBron got that ball, 3 people went at LeBron.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why Danny Green got open. Caldwell Pope was open in the corner when Morris got the ball, but he chose to throw the ball to AD down the post. If you go look at it, when LeBron went to the right, 3 people ran right over there.
I can get with that.
Let me see.
So this is why I'm saying.
Can I send you a picture?
You can send me a picture.
I'm gonna send you a picture of 3 players running at Michael Jordan on the
No.
last shot of the Utah Jazz. He still shot.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
and
hold on.
And
What
Kukoc was wide open.
What happened when Steve Kerr started shot?
When?
When they beat
When they beat
Utah the first time.
First game.
The first game.
You
He
talking
gave
about
the ball to.
He doubled. They doubled.
But that's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
But LeBron, Jordan didn't take the shot.
You use that. What about the year before game 1 when Jordan shot it over Brian Russell, hitting him with the left and it shot in his face?
It was 1-on-1.
But it doesn't matter.
You got 3 people coming
Man,
at
listen.
you. If you got a dude open, you can pass it to that
It was
dude.
really 2. It was really 2.
No, at
It
the
was
end of
a
the day,
Brown kind of reached. It really wasn't.
Brown-
It wasn't 3 because he had the
no,
same
at the
AD.
end of the day, you
was
put
really
so
two.
listen,
Other cat in the corner.
I would have played like this. Take Danny Green off the floor. You know
Rondo
he
a good
niggas-
idea.
So you put Rondo on the floor
And let him start the
and
offense.
let him start the offense, and then you give it to LeBron. You see what I'm saying? You make that. I don't care if you. Listen,
But I've been saying it all
no,
series.
and you put Rondo in the game. That frees LeBron up. Now, if that was the case, and they gave the ball to LeBron and he missed the shot, okay, I didn't take the shot. Okay, you can really get on. At the end of the day, the man made an intelligent basketball play. He been doing all his career.
But I disagree when people say, yeah, he's wide open, but you'd rather take a 3 than a.
No, but that's Danny
only
Green.
down one.
though.
You're only down by 1. No,
But
bro.
listen, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna say that, that's
But everybody blaming Danny Green.
Joe.
They acting like Danny Green missed a layup. though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a layup.
That's for a shooter like him.
Hey, for
That's a layup, dog.
But nah, Ray.
No, he could have.
He was wide
He could've
open.
cut to the basket.
He could have flipped the
He could
ball.
even cut to the basket.
He could have did
cut to the
anything.
basket.
But we know that's what Danny Green do.
Dog, so that's my point in saying, how can you make an excuse for him when if that's his thing to make threes and he don't make it?
But nobody make a three 100% shoot.
No, he ain't making it all
but
series though, bro.
And that's
So that's
my
my point. Saying why you have him.
But
in the
that's
game.
me and James and Raymond pointed. LeBron need to take that shot, bro.
Or like you said with Vogel with the play call.
You put Rondo
I would even if
and maybe-
Rondo's a good point.
Exactly.
You could have got AD or Brown off the ball, got some ball, or you could have put AD and Brown in the pick and roll. I guarantee you they're not leaving that AD wide open for that three.
And you're not leaving Pope open. That's what I'm saying. So if you would have had Rondo to be the primary ball handler and got him in the pick and roll.
But who's the point guard, right?
LeBron.
Can LeBron say what he want to do on the court
He
when he got
could.
the ball?
Yeah.
So why we blame the coach?
Man,
He could have told AD come up.
They
Listen,
could have.
at the end of the day,
You know what I'm saying?
But I think they wanted AD for rebounding if they
Right.
missed the shot, and I think
LeBron could have ISO that play.
Exactly.
could.
That's my best thing.
All the
Spread out,
hypothetical,
spread
all the
out.
hypothetical stuff you're talking about,
Yes.
it's not that big of a deal.
Yes.
LeBron literally could have came out,
And told everybody
ISO the
spread
play,
out.
and it would have forced everybody
To
because
stay
he couldn't
home.
double him at that point.
Yeah, stay home.
He played the percentage of throwing it out to Danny Green because that's what he wanted to do. He did not want to take that last shot.
Right? No.
He did not want to take that last shot, and that.
Can
And
I
he's supposed to
say-
be 4-0 in closeout games, which I don't understand because he's lost 6 finals. I don't know how he's 4-0 in closeout games, but he ain't no more. He's 4-1, and he didn't want to take that shot. Go ahead, man.
I'm not to cut you off. And I just saw Jordan and Kobe did it. Like the last play, they tell everybody.
Yeah, clear out.
Clear out.
Listen,
I'm going clear out. And now somebody double, they ain't leaving the shooters when you got one. He could have been like, he had the ball in his hand. He could have told everybody, get the fuck out the
He
way.
said just get on everybody
and
go
if you-
baseline low, the free throw line down.
And let me go to work.
and the Jordan play you're talking about,
Let me go to work.
Jordan would get on the elbow. He would get on the elbow, and he would take the isolation on the elbow, which he did against the Jazz, which makes it very hard for you to double team. So when they played him next year, they double team quick, and that's how Steve Kerr got wide open.
I thought that was the first year.
No, that was the second one because they played each other 2 years in a row. The first year, Jordan in game one hit with the buzzer beater. Kyle Wessel pulled it with the J at the elbow. The next year they played each other again. Steve Kerr caught him at the top of the key and hit the J. Nah, so it's a different scenario, but LeBron should have cleared out. He should have gave the wave, cleared it out. If that's what he is, if he's that type of player. If he's not that type of player, he did the right play. But that's what I'm saying. Like, stop trying to say you this great, like you a Jordan great. You are his caliber of a player if you don't want to take control of the shot. That's my problem.
He had it cooking, bro.
He was 40 points up,
he was cooking, yeah.
and he did it. Hey, good example. He did it against the Warriors when he had a chance, and he threw the ball down to what's in their head. George Hill.
Hill.
He did it in.
Yeah.
When he could have took the last shot, he didn't take it.
I'm telling you what it is.
So, come on,
he don't
man.
want to go to the free throw line. He do
Come
not
on.
want to go to the free
Wait,
throw line.
but the thing of it is,
He had
been making free
he was
throws.
making free
But
throws
it's just
for
some he's not a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, but-
and I think it's
but he done made it in a
psychological.
crucial, but he made it in a crucial situation when he played Denver. Down the stretch,
He was making them laugh.
Yeah, he was 7-7.
Right.
But I'm just saying. But at the end of the game,
That was
just-
at the end of the game when he did it against Denver.
But I'm just saying, 9 more times out of 10, he always passed the ball out at the end when he have a drive to the basket.
But if Danny
He's
Green
not
make
good.
that shot, we ain't even talking about
But
it.
yeah, if he do. But same thing like James said, we was talking about the same thing. They could have been up going in when they played the Warriors that year, 1-0.
Yeah.
He had Steph Curry
He
on.
seized the moment.
And he passed it to the old boy underneath the basket.
Yeah.
George Hill.
And he had it going that night. He had about 50.
Yeah, 50 that night.
Let's see what happens tonight.
It's gonna be a tough game. Let's get to the Jimmy Butler's performance.
Oh man.
He's been balling. Key, I'm gonna start with you. How you feel about what he's been doing?
Man, Jimmy, man, he ain't. That's one of those players, bro. That's just come with they red hat and they lunch pail, bro. He ain't
Red hat?
red hat like construction worker, bro.
Yellow, man.
Yellow hat, red hat, whatever we are. I ain't this.
That's a yellow word. I don't think it's red.
Whatever.
Santa Claus.
There's a fireman hat.
But
You
James,
try to tell me out of
he
Vegas
ain't,
doing some dirty stuff.
but he ain't the quickness. He ain't the most athletic. He just work hard. And like Spo said, bro, if you a kid coming up, watch Jimmy Butler game.
He's a ton.
You ain't gotta be the most talented. You just gotta work, bro. The dude play both ends of the floor, bro. And even he said, and I love his confidence he's putting in this young team. He's still saying, we're gonna win 2 more. Yeah, LeBron might be the best player in the world, but we ain't scared. We gonna come out and play. And you know what I love what he said? He said, what's the dude who ended up hitting them 7 threes?
Duncan
Dunk
Robinson.
Robinson. He said Duncan Robinson's gonna be the reason we win Game 6. So he instilling confidence.
And he be him a hero. And he be one of the others.
So, and I just like the way he playing, bro. Dude ain't had no energy, bro. He played. He didn't come out the game.
47 minutes.
47. And that's a testament to great. Like I was telling Bryce the other day, bro. I was like, an athlete take care of their body. You on quarantine, you gotta watch what you eat, and you gotta get out because you can have all the skills in the world, but if you ain't in great shape when it's time to go in the fourth quarter,
It's tough.
and he was damn near linked. Spo had to call a timeout.
Yeah.
And you know what big for me? This dude had no legs and stepped up there and hit 2 major free throws to go about 1 with no energy left.
And mind you, he always had a 40-point triple-double early in the series.
So
he's averaging about 30 in a game.
yeah, bro. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Jimmy, and everywhere the dude went, he had won. So
I ain't say all that.
Chicago was winning. He ain't won. I'm talking about the franchise elevated itself.
No,
Look what he did in Philly.
Well, Chicago, he wasn't the primary.
He wasn't prime. I'm talking about
Rose was in his prime.
I'm talking about
Minnesota, he wasn't.
He got him to the playoffs.
He got him to the playoff, but Minnesota wouldn't even get to the playoff after.
I mean, yeah,
after Kevin Love left, they wouldn't even get into the playoffs. So I'm saying, not winning a champion, but this team shouldn't even won a game, bro. If you look at it without driving,
You got Bam playing with one arm.
and Bam missed 2 games.
Bam looked rusty and awful.
This team shouldn't even want, and the 2 wins they got are because of his drive and what he did. This team should have been swept.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Don, go ahead, bro. Your thoughts?
Niggas got poor excuse for role players.
That's how you feel about Jimmy Butler's play?
Yeah,
No.
what we
I'm about to get
Pay attention, man. I like that over there,
I know
dog.
the joint by. Hold
I
on.
got you.
Let me roll into my conversation.
My bad.
Jimmy Butler is a great player. He got determination. He got everything from a game that you would want your kid to have. You know, mid-range, can get to the basket. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he has proven that if you do the basics right, you can win. You can make free throws. You can shoot around the arc. You play pretty good defense. You play to your strength and not do what everybody else wants you to do. He's doing what he know that he can do to get his team over the hump and win. And he has got his team mindset, which a lot of guys don't do with their teammates, is build them up instead of tearing them down. If you look at a lot of superstars, they tear their teammates down. As to Jimmy Butler is instilling them like, hey, I don't care who the person is, we're going to go out there and fight together.
You think he learned that? Because, I mean,
I think he
from
did.
what I heard in Minnesota, that wasn't his persona.
So this is what I think would happen. I think by Spoelstra coaching LeBron early in his career, just being a brand new coach, he learned the mind state of superstar players because he had Bosh, he had LeBron. He know how to take that now, being the coach that he is, and say, hey, I got these young guys. Let me instill in them, hey, you can win. No matter who on the floor, you can win.
And he got Perrotti up there who
who
had a Knicks team
but
who
hold
was
on.
built the same way.
Don't get me wrong. Pat do get a little bit of credit, but at the same time, you as a person, as a coach, you got to realize you got to figure out some stuff for yourself. Pat Riley can't tell you everything, or you're going to get fired as a coach.
Yeah.
And I think by Spoelstra having LeBron early, and now getting to this point in his career, he got Jimmy Butler and a lot of young guys on that team. Now he knows, like, look, just because these dudes are 1 or 2 best players in the league, you can push that to say, hey, let's get it done. I don't care if they don't feel sorry. And Jimmy made this point in the interview. Nobody gonna feel sorry for you.
No.
Nobody don't care what
And Sproul said if you want it bad enough,
you got to find a way to win.
And
And that's what Jimmy Butler has instilled in them boys. Like, look, let's find a way to win, game by game. It's just find a way, and he's doing it.
it's gonna be interesting.
And Jimmy has, I mean, that's great what Jimmy's doing and the way he's been, but the young players are receptive to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas Minnesota, they had so much friction. You got Carl Anthony Towns, up and coming, all-star. You got Wiggins,
But they
number
haven't
1
won
pick.
nothing.
Right, but it's the mentality that they want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? In Miami, they want to win and they want to be great.
They following his lead.
Yeah, and he has been put on one of the all-time best performances in finals history. Dude is willing these people literally, and you know what he's gonna do, right? It ain't like it's Steph Curry where he can blow by me. I gotta guard the 3. Like, dude is literally just beating you off the dribble and getting to the basket, dog. That's it. And then they playing too soft on it. Like, dog, get into Jimmy. And that's why he's getting Duncan Robinson shots. His passes are easy. That's why he's averaging 12%.
But do LeBron stop switching so easy off the pick and roll tonight?
That was one of the reasons why he got
challenge.
the AD foul. Like, dog, you anticipated Jimmy going to the right, and he
went
came
to the
back left, and there was
Yep.
nobody there. So AD had to foul him. Dog, they got to do like they did with Dame and Harden. Dog, track the man. Make somebody else handle the ball to beat you.
But the thing is, with Miami, they kind of afraid of them shooters than Dame.
Say, bro, if I'm going to...
Because Duncan Robinson had it going the other night.
But
You stay on... I'm going to need Jamie. I need Crowder to go get 40. I need Bam to give me 30. Somebody besides Jimmy.
So you give him threes all night?
You're not giving them 3. You can stay home on the
Nah,
shooters.
you going. That's the problem.
But
See, the
you
problem
force the ball to somebody else to make a play.
But the problem is Jimmy got a great mid game, and I think you're not recognizing his mid game.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But if you put pressure on Jimmy now, like, he got to blow by AD.
But not necessarily because you don't realize where Jimmy's getting the ball. He's getting the ball at the wing. So he's not
extended.
So he's not worried about that trap.
But they lay
Because
off him so much though.
But because you want him to shoot the jumper.
Right.
Because him attacking the basket is causing problems.
Right, but at the same time, mix up your defensive coverage.
Because Dame was easy to trap. Because Dame ain't as bigger.
Right, but
And
you gotta
Dame
give him
and
something
Dame is
different.
but Dame
All
is
they
a
doing is
guard.
saying, AD, go check him.
Dame
And AD laying off him.
But Dame is well. First of all, AD has to because no one. He also has to guard the basket. They don't have anybody else. If you put Howard in the game, he becomes a liability. So you can't really put everything on AD to say, hey, you got to check him and you got to guard the basket.
That's why you need to play Howard a little bit more.
Howard-
Marquise Morris.
Howard-
I mean, they're playing Morris because of the 3, but dog,
Howard
Morris,
who Howard's going to guard?
dog, he can check
Oh,
Bam.
Bam.
Dog, Bam ain't
I'd rather
coming out the paint.
I'd rather Bam make all the points.
Bam ain't coming out the paint.
But here's the problem, though. You've been noticed what they end up doing.
Put
with
Dwight
Miami,
in the pick and roll.
Not just that, but what Miami's been doing is they put what's the man that came from the Warriors? Iggy. They put Iggy at center. They put Crowder at the 4. They put what's the and
if
they're
Iggy
really
gonna be
spread
the
them out.
Warriors of old, man, we ain't gonna have to miss a shot today.
But they're spreading them out, and when they spread them out like that, what's Howard gonna do on the defensive side? He can't sit in the basket. Yeah, they may win the rebound battle, but they ain't win anything else.
They might go zone.
Like dog, you go zone, you really want to kill by the
trouble with
shooters.
them shooters.
You really want to kill by the shooters.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, they went. No, they dropped.
I would go
boxing
too.
too.
They can change it up, bro. I'm saying just change it
You
up.
go back to the
Jimmy giving it to him.
No, they win zone.
So hold on, before we get to that part, let's jump to because we talked about Jimmy's performance.
He
Let's talk about the game 6. Thoughts on game 6 and the keys to victory. We already just jumped into it. You keep going. You say what they need to do?
To me in game 6, right? To me in game
Jay.
6. No, listen, I'm saying.
Go ahead.
It's a concern for the Lakers to me is AD because he got hurt and he wasn't the same in the fourth quarter. I think he turned this
heel
bruise, and I done had a heel bruise.
He
before.
is softer than a damn mother.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody get so hurt all the time. Like every time, then
Knick-knack.
he was playing well though. Yeah. So I'm just like, what is it?
Because I done had a heel bruise, and when you are playing, your adrenaline is keeping you going. But when you go sit on the bench and you try to go, you can barely walk. Because I had to go get a shot in my heel.
So what you think he gonna get?
No, I'm talking about
It's a difference, key, than you going to patient first. And you
Exactly.
got around the clock
Exactly.
trainers
Yes.
that know
But I'm just
exactly
saying,
to treat a heel
true,
bruise.
but that don't work over 2 days, bro.
They
That don't work over 2
bro,
days.
you getting around the clock treatment,
Same in 2
and
days.
they got
I don't
hyperbaric chambers.
Friday.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say, what type of medicine. They don't heal you over a day, bro.
He's gonna play.
This is professional.
No, I say he gonna play.
He gonna
But-
get 30.
No, I said
He gotta have a big game.
But
I
the
need
key
one.
is that's what I'm gonna look at is how he's moving,
The key.
right? And so the key to the Lakers game, right, is the role players gonna have to make shots because Miami is saying we gonna live. If you gonna beat us, you gonna beat us shooting the 3. We gonna try to contain LeBron and AD to the best we can, but we willing to give you Danny Green open shot. I think they gonna respect Caldwell Pope more, but all the rest of you guys, we gonna give you all the 3s you want, and that's gonna be the game plan for Miami tonight. But the game plan for the Lakers tonight, LeBron and AD gotta attack the basket, and go to the free throw line and get people in foul trouble. But and the key for Miami, if Robinson hitting 3s, it's gonna come down. If Robinson and what's the other cat?
Hero.
Hero hitting 3s.
Tyler Hero. Yep.
It's gonna be a 1 possession game tonight. If they out hitting their threes, it's gonna be a one possession game tonight, and it's gonna come down to execution. Oh, Rondo gonna need another big game for him. I need the ball for me, the Lakers. I need Rondo playing more point guard tonight, not LeBron. I need Rondo playing because Rondo's tend to get everybody more easy and open shots.
But he has to look for his shots.
He's taking shots. But I need Rondo, for me as a Laker fan, to play more point guard tonight.
I think the key to victory for the Lakers is defense. They're lacking off. They playing subpar defense. When they played against Denver and Denver had it going, they played better defense. They need to quit fouling. I think the refs are calling a lot of touch fouls.
Jimmy getting that hard treatment, boy.
He getting like you blow at his hair and his hand starts shaking. He getting the foul.
He's aggressive though.
He putting the pressure on.
Yeah, but you can be aggressive. But I'm like, refs, come on now. Some of this stuff is ridiculous, and it's on both sides. It's on both sides. But I'm looking like a lot of this stuff is foolishness that they calling fouls for. But the Lakers role players got to attack the basket. They're selling too much for threes, and that's where they're losing the game at. You shooting all these threes and you're not making them. You need to go to the basket. You got to go to the basket. Now, granted, LeBron and AD, they're going to go to the... If the Lakers would try to go to the basket, they're just standing out there. Just waiting to get, to shoot a three 24/7. Go to the basket.
But my thing when LeBron had the ball, right? They only getting the ball by like 5
No,
seconds.
I agree. I don't disagree. I'm saying when Rondo in the game, they still standing outside on the 3-point line. When Rondo's playing, they stand right outside. Caldwell Pope made a big play when he went to the basket and got to. But Duncan Robinson don't play that great of a defense where them dudes can go to the basket. There's no excuse why them dudes don't go to the basket.
But you got to get them more time on the shot clock.
No, listen what I'm saying. I agree with you when LeBron has the ball. What I'm saying is when Rondo is in the game, those guys need to go to the basket. When they go to that zone, you know what everybody doing? There's no cut into the basket. Everybody just standing up waiting on the three. That's Vogel coaching. Dog, you either go to a high-low, put LeBron at the free throw line, put AD in the middle. You got to change up something to where everybody's just sitting around the 3-point line. That's ridiculous.
But, bro, I get this. He's playing less zone now. It looked like a zone, but it's not.
Yeah, but if you're not cutting to the basket, guess what? They can just sit there all day. If you're not cutting to the basket and you just drill the ball around the horn, well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave my players right there. Okay. You got to cut to the basket. Kuzma has to play better. Kuzma have to play. They need a third score. And they have to go to the basket. Or for the Miami point of view, keep doing what you're doing. You already got it in your mind that you can win this series. So don't change what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing.
Well, Hero and Duncan Robinson got a hit shot.
Yeah, they've been shooting the ball. It's not a lack of shooting.
Yeah.
Because if you don't shoot, you're not gonna make no buckets. If I'm Miami, don't change what you. Because as soon as you try to change up what you're doing, then that's when the Lakers gonna find that weak spot and gonna carry it over. But they gotta be consistent.
But one thing Miami has got to do. Butler got to come out and force the action again. He got to continue to look to score because sometimes he get to he have a layup and he kick it out 2 or 3. I'm like, bruh, you're right at the cup.
I think Butler gassed out.
But he do that just like LeBron does it, right? He's trying to get others involved. He know he can probably get his shot.
But he can't. But he don't have that benefit though, right?
He don't. But I mean, he
got to score 30.
Listen, let me tell you something. I think Butler will show tonight that he gassed out.
For me, I want to see the Lakers finally get off to a good start in the first quarter, right? Like they've been getting down 11 points. The games that Miami won, you're down 13. You're down 11. So it's a constant uphill battle. Come out with the energy, bro. I want to see Dwight Howard first quarter get double digits like he did against Denver. You know what I'm saying? Like the activity around the rim. He can do it. Miami don't have no size.
Well, you know the problem
but it starts with AD and Brian coming out with the energy to get off to a better start, Brian. And for me, it took Miami to have Jimmy Butler 2 all-world games to win 2 games, and both of the games were close. Limit Butler to make him get tough shots. Because what they're doing is AD using his length. He's like, all right, I'm going to lay off him. I know I can contest. But at the same time, Duncan Robinson and Hero coming off them picks, it's an easy pass.
But the Lakers need to quit fouling. That's their problem.
Because
you gave
trying to play aggressive.
You gave up 8 points.
Yeah, they are.
You gave up two
right.
4-point plays where Duncan Robinson made when Kuzma fouled a boy. You gave up 2. That's 8 points.
Yeah, for me, get off to a better start.
2 3-point shots and the free throw. though.
Just get off to a better start in the first quarter, bro. You can't keep fighting down 11 and now you get tired. Like, it's just too much of an uphill battle. Too much energy you expended, one. And two, if I'm AD and you're on Jimmy, get on him a little bit. Don't make his passes. That's why he's averaging damn near double digits assists. No, you got the foot speed.
If you make Jimmy a scorer, if you get on him, he's gonna blow past it.
But AD got the speed and the recovery and the length to make him challenge. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna get in foul
He's
trouble.
gonna get in foul
Get in
trouble.
foul trouble, right?
Listen,
But you can't just let Jimmy just sit back there. And then if he got
LeBron
the
got to take some challenge
You gotta-
to guard and
he do.
got-
But
you
you
can't-
got to change it up.
You also gotta give Jimmy his credit because when AD was on, it was game 4. Jimmy adjusts.
Yes.
In game 5.
Right.
So you gotta give Jimmy his credit and say Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
but see,
Jimmy started playing, knowing how to play within his league, and he started going at AD's body.
He going into his body.
Yeah,
He's
making
going to get
it
in foul
forcing him.
trouble.
Forcing him to get in
But
foul
you know what
trouble.
though? A lot of that stuff Jimmy's doing, I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's an offensive foul.
But that's the
That's
way
offensive foul.
But James
That-
Harden do it.
But see, that's the
every-
BS. That's a lot of the BS that I look at the NBA like, wait a minute. Jimmy running into the man coming straight, and Jimmy going into the man.
Listen,
That's
He gonna get
offensive
that. He
foul.
gonna get that call.
Yeah.
That's
Did
what
LeBron? Hold on. Did LeBron run over Tyler Hero?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
shot. He
I did. They didn't
He got
call
that
it.
boy to the.
So,
He
yeah,
got that boy to the
yeah,
family.
No, you're right. They
didn't call it.
It should have been a foul.
It
Now,
should have
been an offensive
now,
foul.
hold on. Was that a blocking foul on LeBron when LeBron caught the ball in the middle of the paint and Hero slid over?
I think it was. I think it was.
No,
It
he was
was-
still, he was still moving when LeBron got the
But
ball.
they don't. But I don't think they look at that no more because a lot of times
You can
they
still
call
be there
you
and be
still
moving.
be there and be moving.
But he wasn't there.
But I
LeBron was
tell-
already at the spot when he
but I
got the
tell-
ball in the middle of that paint.
I tell you what though. If the Lakers don't win tonight,
They gonna lose.
They gonna lose this series.
So, all right, so that's my next question. Let's start with you. Who gonna win?
I agree with
One
that.
answer.
They winning tonight. They
Who winning
closing
tonight?
out. They closing out, man. Lakers closing.
I got Lakers winning tonight, but if they don't win
Ain't
tonight,
no if, bro. Either yes or no.
I'm not saying. No,
You
I'm
nervous,
saying.
Keith? You
No,
nervous?
no, I'm not nervous. I'm saying the Lakers gonna win tonight. But I said if they lose tonight, they not winning this series.
Okay.
Lakers win tonight. Jimmy Butler. I think he done lost a lot of. He done put in a lot into these last.
Let me ask you a question.
Five
You
minutes.
say that, but what LeBron played almost 45, 46 minutes too.
Yeah,
So what's the
but
difference?
this is the thing. If Jimmy don't score the point that he scored, they not winning.
He
I mean,
got
but
he
they
got
not
another
winning.
big game.
But is
not
Dragic playing tonight? Because I
No,
heard.
he
I
not
He
playing.
doubtful. He ain't
No,
playing.
that boy.
You ever seen him play?
That
No,
boy-
you got a torn.
He got to play defense. He might be able to get shots, but he can't.
I wouldn't
He's
even
a
play him. I
liability.
wouldn't even
though.
play him.
But
He might
let's-
Now he might play game 7 and suck it up and play game 7.
He's a
I'm gonna tell you
liability
right now.
though.
Miami's winning tonight.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be the hero. Jimmy's gonna play well, but it's gonna be Kendrick Dunn.
None balling, bro.
Kendrick Dunn's gonna come off that
That boy
bench.
is hitting them shots.
He's
bro.
gonna give them at least 15, 20 points. I think Hero's gonna have a bigger game. He didn't have nothing, no impact last game. But he's gonna have a better game than he did this time around. I feel like just because of their confidence, I think they're gonna win tonight, man.
Well, they win tonight. This
I think
series.
they're gonna win tonight. I think, and then you gotta also think about Bam is not playing well,
Oh, he ain't
and
got
the
that
injury's hurting him. But it's been like almost 3 or 4 days now. Maybe he knows how to work with a little bit more. I just got a feeling, man. I think this is gonna be, and it may because of the pressure and Danny Green getting death threats.
Yeah, that's
I think it may end up being bigger. It may be a double-digit win.
Hold on.
Did you see the Snoops meme though? Snoop was killing
Yeah,
that boy.
so I mean, it's just.
Hey, let me say this. I think this is the game.
Danny might bounce
This is the
back,
game
bro.
that the Lakers come out.
They need to, bro.
And
It's
show,
energy.
I just think this is the game for the Lakers to make a statement game. Because you always have them games where the Lakers have played subpar, and they get this one game where they just come out and just do it. And then like you said, if they don't, then the hell.
No, you got
Tuesday
you give
night.
Oh,
like,
they
every
know.
time you give
Yeah.
them first Miami getting so much confidence in them first quarters, though. Though you feel like you can win.
But I think Miami confident from the jump, bro.
But you jump on
it's
him,
gonna-
that
I'm not
kills
lying.
your confidence,
I
bro.
think it's gonna be a double-digit win for the Heat.
I
I think with the pressure, I think Jimmy, they're gonna pick up that game because of Jimmy. I think they're gonna win, man.
Okay.
Let's jump into the next topics, man. Let's talk. Last night was a lot going on in college football. Not a lot of defense. And one particular game was no defense. It was a lot of offense, and the other team had all the defense. Let's do a recap on that Miami Clemson game. I couldn't watch it because I was having a heart attack last night watching Bama and Ole Miss. I ain't never seen no defense look that bad in my life. But let's talk about Clemson, Miami. Man, I mean, I'd like to start with you since you are a U fan and you were very full of yourself last week.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm still confident.
Saying we back.
I'm still confident.
okay. So, how did you feel about the game?
It just shows Miami still have a lot to go. Right? They still. It's like you
think
Clemson is a model. Like in the ACC, Clemson is a standard, right? And Miami's getting there for its recruits. When you got a young O-line traveling to Death Valley, and they put so much pressure on Derrick King.
He said no excuse.
It ain't no excuse. I'm not saying an excuse. They put so much pressure on him.
Let me ask you. Let me hold it for you. I want you to keep going.
Yeah.
But when Dabo made a statement, I think it was something, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he made a statement focusing on like, we're not just a season in and out type, season here, season there. We're a program.
Yeah.
So that's what you're basically trying to say. Clemson is a program.
They're
an
you got
institution now.
when at the end of the game you saw Cat. Oh man, this cat's a 5-star, bro. He backing up, dude. Like they have so many depth and that Miami don't have yet, right? So we have to play freshman linemen.
But King play like shit, bro.
But he played right. But when you get it, so they pressure them with just the front four.
Yeah.
And they might have sent one extra sometime. But when you don't run the ball and be physical in the trenches, that's where we lost the game. Right, so now King is already short. So now you get any type of pressure, your ball come out short. Right, you scrambling trying to make a play. You just not having a running game. Then our receivers, they good as a collective. They decent as a collective unit, but they're so small. Right, so like even if you run a slant, if Clemson playing man to man and up on them, you can't get open. Right, you can't throw 50-50 balls to a cat that's 195.
Why you can't?
No, they not those type of receivers.
They 6'3".
They not that type of receiver, though. You can be 6'3", 105, but you thin.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw Mac Jones throw one at the Waddle. And it was a 50-50 ball, and he went and jumped up and got it.
Right, I'm not saying it can't, but our collective receiver are not that type of receiver.
Okay.
Right? Like, Waddle is a different beast. He's going to be a top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. Our collective receivers is not there yet. Right? But King is nice. I think we're going to rebound. But it's a game where you look at it and say, you know what? That's the standard. Yeah. Right? Like, we have to get to a program like that, and it starts with recruiting in the trenches, and you just hope our young old linemen look at it and say, you know what, we're going to be better. And it was a whipping, right? Flat out, like, it was a whipping. Like, it was a beatdown. Like, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Kim, let you take this one.
Yeah.
He ain't got no leg to stand on, bro.
Hey.
He better not say nothing negative.
I turned from the game by second quarter.
You should have.
I was like, they just over.
Because you sure didn't watch the LSU match.
I did see one text, and it did say, like, it's over.
It's over.
And I was like,
bro, they were just, it just felt like you was playing college against high school. It was just that bad.
It was tough. It was the trenches.
It was just like, I'm playing my little brother, and I was like, I don't even want to watch this no more. Because the dude, the quarterback, like you said, bro, I even saw where he never changed the play call. You can see where the blitz is coming from. He never said, look, change his protection. It's a lot he got to get better at. Yeah, if everything just, the blocking protection, what I'm getting, is set up for him, he can be good. But if he got to make adjustments on his own, like a quarterback, like let's slide this block over to the left, the quarterback never did none of that. They couldn't run the ball.
They couldn't run the ball at all.
You know what I'm saying?
They really tried.
The running back killed them. They couldn't stop the run.
Yeah,
Miami's just not a good team.
I ain't gonna say that, dog.
They not.
No,
if they play good talent, they losing. Point blank.
We'll see.
And they just not ready yet. Like they up and coming, they starting to get back, but they not ready yet.
We'll see.
That's all my take on it.
D-Spring, you pass him up. He ain't got
let me get yours.
No, I think we played a.
And y'all didn't play a great game.
No, we didn't play a great game. We did enough to win the game. For us being young, we very young. We young in the trenches. Yeah. We young on the offensive line. We number freshman and sophomore on the offensive line.
So you got a 4-year starter.
No, we don't have a 4-year. We don't have one.
I'm talking. You got Trevor Lawrence. He could, like Keon said, make the adjustment.
Yeah.
So you got an experienced back in Etienne, right? Yeah. That make up for a lot.
No, I agree with that. But if your front line ain't good, I don't care who you got there playing quarterback and running back.
But then it's play calling too. Y'all scheme the fool.
But don't get no.
They
He does enough to. And which I don't, our scheme is pretty good, but I think Tony don't do enough of creativity. He doesn't do enough of that, and I'd be mad with him a lot with that stuff because I don't think he get creative enough. He got a little creative last night when and the tight end scored a touchdown.
I saw creativity.
No, but see, let me say, he's not creative enough. No, he's not creative enough. He's doing a little bit. Oh,
I saw creative play.
yeah,
that's like he was dialing it up.
So
I'm watching it like, God dang.
So I'm gonna say this: we got a lot to learn. Now our back half, I thought y'all would have a little advantage because we young back there. We don't have like one starter. Now it's Kendrick, who started last year on the back half. But now that they starting to play together and getting their feet going, I think we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We got to keep playing together. But we got some things that we need to work on. But
man, you trying to be super humble, man.
Yeah, bro. I just say y'all.
This is why I say that. We got a whole lot of secondary. Our secondary is brand new. Outside of Kendrick.
When you blowing teams out, bro.
Yeah, but every week,
those cats getting playing.
But you got to look at the overall game.
Nah. But if y'all see them in the championship,
that's what I'm saying. So that's what
like
Carolina holding.
Yeah, because we didn't look crisp last week against Virginia. We didn't look good.
No, they didn't.
And that's what I'm saying. I look at the whole. Yeah, we might put up 42 points. How did we get those 42 points? How did we move the ball? Did we sputter? Did we make, were we in the game to make?
And we had y'all like.
And don't get me wrong.
A couple times we stopped the undisciplined penalty. And these dogs, and they, bro. If I'm Manny Diaz, bro, and Brew Carter is a captain for me, say, bro, one more target to play, you cannot play. Dog, this is 2 weeks in a row. You're targeting. Dog, Trevor Lawrence was already sliding, dog. Dog, dive over him. Bro, you the captain. Now we got to play a true freshman in the backfield. And you saw the miscommunication when your boy went up top. He don't know what's going on.
And then he dropped the ball.
Dog, and I'm saying that was a walk-in touchdown. Dog, like,
dude, you dropped the ball.
When you're playing Clemson, bro, you got to play your best ability. Discipline football. Don't make the mistakes. And don't give them extra because you already know they're great.
We're not great, bro.
No, y'all a great team, bro. Like, don't be mad.
Right now, no, I'm being honest. We are a good team.
Bro.
We still a team in work in progress.
Bro,
see, this is the thing.
Next topic, Jen.
The day we lose, everybody gonna talk. We a team in progress, bro. I'm just telling you. I think the overall, we're a team in progress.
I watched. It was a good. I watched a little bit of it. I ain't watched it. I watched it.
We're a team in progress, bro.
But y'all do have a really good team. So I look forward to see what you guys do in the rest of the season. I think do you still play North Carolina? Not North Carolina, but Notre Dame.
You play Notre Dame November 7th.
So I like to see how that's gonna work. I think that's gonna say a lot about your team.
Yeah.
Like, where do you play, man?
Go to South Bend.
Yeah, I think that's gonna say a lot.
Yeah, so I'm just
I think that environment, you touchdown Jesus over there. Yeah,
but to me, Notre Dame always overrated to me, bro. Always.
Yeah, true. I think.
I
think that's gonna
I think this year playing an ACC schedule fully, and if they run through that, it will give them a little bit more respect because when they play the independent, playing Navy, Army,
I don't put
on they play Michigan State, Southern Cal. They probably. I'm not saying they're not great, but they do play a decent schedule.
1 or 2 out of 12 games ain't great, bro.
No, bro.
Listen,
I'm not putting a lot of stock in Notre Dame.
So the next topic I had it where Georgia Tennessee recap, but Georgia blowed them out, so I really don't care. Let's do a little pre.
You don't want to talk about Alabama or Ole Miss?
No, because we won. It don't matter.
Oh, there you go.
But no,
Kiffin tore y'all up, boy.
He did. He
torched y'all, boy.
But they lost. And it was 700. They had 730 yards or something. We had 700.
I want to ask you.
But if he don't fumble, if that center don't hike that ball,
what do you mean?
If that center ball, he fumbled it. Yeah.
But no, we don't. If Najee don't, if they blow the whistle like they should have and knock the ball out of his hands, we would have scored anyway. So it's always an if game.
So I want to ask you a question. So Saban said it looked like they had y'all defensive signals. What do you think about what Saban comments about that?
I think Saban didn't say that. The linebacker said it. Dylan Moses.
Okay. No, but Saban came out and said.
Well, he said he supported.
Yeah,
he said he was like.
So he
was just like I think so. I don't think that it could. Listen, Pete Goes is a shitty ass defensive coordinator. I mean, I'm sorry. Like some of the play designs shouldn't be that difficult when you run a lot of a matchup type of zone defense that we run a lot. Like one play when they just didn't take the running back and he went outside and Kiffin put his hands up for a touchdown. That has nothing to do with them stealing your defensive signs. that doesn't have, now maybe knowing where your weak points are, running a play when they put trips on one side and they ran the opposite way. That has nothing to do with it. Lack of tackling. Major White, the kid tried to cut in front of the ball instead of playing over the top of the tight end. Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. That is the defensive coordinator. That's his job, and that's why I wanted to jump into it because I didn't want to hop on Batman. I want to really look forward and kind of talk about that Bama Georgia game. This happened next Saturday, man. Let's talk about that real quick. Because you saw what Bama looked like on defensively. You saw what Georgia looked like defensively in the second half, and you saw what they looked like offensively for the entire game. I mean, what do you guys thought about that game? I'm going to start with you. What do you think is going to happen?
Bama going to beat them by 14.
I don't think they missed up, but go ahead. Yep.
And the reason why I say that, Georgia offense is still bad.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody. Yeah, they score. Yes, if Tennessee don't turn the ball over and give Georgia a short field and give them confidence, that game might go the other way. The dude threw a pick. Matter of fact, he threw 2 picks and he had a fumble. They gave Georgia, and this is the thing: Georgia only got 6 points, but the quarterback from Tennessee and their offense never recovered because of those turnovers. They moved the ball. They stopped Georgia on the 4th down. They had 4 down on the goal line before halftime. They stopped.
That was a bad call.
And it was,
he should have kicked it.
Yeah, he should have kicked it, but they stopped.
Yeah, he tried to go for it.
And listen,
it was dumb.
This thing, due to the fact that Alabama has had a bad defensive game against Ole Miss, they're going to be ready for this game. And the kid they got for Georgia, they pumping up. It's terrible. See, the Georgia offense look like the offense last year. They only can run the ball, and they're trying to balance the game out on their defense. It's gonna be a whole. I'm telling you, this game is really gonna show that the quarterback from Georgia, he's not that good. They're trying to pump him up to be. Yeah, you beat Tennessee. Yeah, you put him in the game last week for a comeback win. But this week is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different monster. And everybody knows Kirby Smart always in his pants when he played Nick Saban. He does not call a great game, and I think Alabama's going to come ready to play. Because guess what? It's 8 o'clock. It's at night. It's prime time 2 and 3, and they playing in Tuscaloosa. Man, let me tell you something. If Georgia offense can't put up 21 or plus points, because guess what? Their defense got to stay on the field more than what they had to, and if Alabama don't make the mistakes that Tennessee made, it might be a long day.
Keon, go ahead.
I think it's going to be a close game. The key for Georgia to win the game is they got to take away Alabama running game. This Alabama best running game they had against Ole Miss. Because dude really hadn't been getting off. They running back from Alabama, but
Najee Harris.
Yeah, he really hadn't been getting off. And Georgia got a stout defensive lineman. So I think the key is going to be let's get pressure. Now if they can't get pressure on the quarterback, Alabama win this game. But if they can get pressure, get hits on him, stop the running game, Georgia have opportunities. But like you said, their offense definitely not good. And if they don't get pressure on the quarterback and stop the running game, Alabama gonna win the game. If Alabama can run the ball and protect the quarterback, Alabama gonna win the game.
You just said Alabama gonna win the game on both.
No, I mean Georgia. No, I said
because that's what they truly believe.
No, I said Georgia. But let me tell you, the key for Georgia to win the game. The key for Georgia to win the game is stop the running back, get pressure on the quarterback, and create a couple turnovers. If they can't stop the running game and have what's called running from his life all night,
Mac Jones.
yes, Alabama will win the game.
I mean, they receiving calls so tough though.
Let me tell you this. I look at Georgia defense.
But Georgia got a good defense.
The Georgia defense is good. The problem gonna come in, can Georgia quarterback produce?
But that's what I'm saying. The defense gonna have to turn them over, get a couple of turnovers, where he getting them a short field, and he ain't got to drive the length of the field.
Yeah.
They can't have a shootout. Yeah. This got to be like a 21-17 game.
Gotcha.
But if it goes up into the 30s, they're not winning this game. Yeah, so it got to be in the 21-17 game. They got a couple of turnovers. They're stopping the run.
Bro.
Huh?
It's gonna be a blowout, bro.
You think so?
You think Alabama?
Bro, Nick Saban ain't letting them boys get tossed up 2 weeks in a row.
Man, they defense horrible. Nick
ain't
Saban.
hard. It's about being in the right assignments.
I bet unless you
and Georgia's not Lane Kiffin from a schematic standpoint of creating mismatches.
LSU might not beat them, but LSU put 30 on them.
Yeah, but LSU schematically put pressure on you. Joe Burrow was nice. I'm saying Georgia don't have the type of creativity. They don't have the type of quarterback. They don't have the offense to put up and make Alabama defense look bad like they did against Ole Miss.
You know what I think is going to happen?
So that's why I don't even think they might not score.
I think Southern Cal. I think the dude from Southern Cal is going to be the starting quarterback this week. Because this is the thing. Kirby Smart has had great situations. He has been in games with Alabama, and he's lost. He's made dumb coaching decisions. Mm-hmm. He's made big-time mistakes. This is a staple game. This is a staple game for Kirby Smart. Listen, people going to look at Kirby Smart after this game as being another Mark Richt. I'm telling you, this is a big
This is a must win for him.
This is a must win. I don't care if it's on the road.
Yeah.
However we look at it with Kirby Smart,
this is a must
win for Kirby Smart because Kirby Smart has great opportunities.
Yeah,
and he has blown. And people keep saying, "Oh well, look, he's gonna be looking like Mark Richt."
Yeah.
If he continues down this road and can't win the big game,
I agree with
he's
you.
gonna be looking like Mark Richt.
I agree with you because you done been to the SEC
championship a couple times, got to the championship
3 times,
and you done blew it. And your coaching mistakes done blew it. So
this is a must win for him.
If he doesn't win this game, and he goes down the road and mess around and lose to Florida,
he might be out of there.
I'm telling you, the people getting fed up. You bringing in great talent,
Yes.
but your talent is not getting you to the home stretch.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if he offensively, if Georgia don't produce points, and if they don't get short field, and if they come out there just running the ball, being basic, Alabama gonna run them out.
And the key is to get short field. They gotta stop the run and put pressure on the quarterback. If not, they're gonna lose the game. They gotta get a.
I don't think it's gonna be close, dog.
Okay.
So I just don't believe in Georgia offense, bro.
And
To make Alabama have the pressure,
Exactly.
right? To be scared of them. Ain't nothing they got scared of. Why should we be scared of Georgia offensively?
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth.
You scared?
No, I'm not afraid at all. But that defense looked awful. I mean, that was the worst. If Pete Golden is still a Alabama coach today, actually, I would be shocked.
You don't think Saban might take over the play calling?
Saban doesn't
keep him on.
Saban doesn't run the plays anymore. He hasn't probably been he hasn't been D coordinator officially since when he was at Michigan State.
But you think he might get more input this week though?
I think he needs to. I think he needs to work on tackling. I mean, our tackling was porous.
Yeah.
And I watched them get shredded. And to me, that's where I'm really, really, really worried because it's not the corners. The corners held up, but those safeties, brother. And then the young kid battle, he's out the first half of the next game because he had target.
Yeah.
So you got that added with the other additional issues, man. I'm just looking at the team. I think Georgia has a chance if they run the ball, slow the pace down. Absolutely. I do feel like the problem with Georgia is they're going to have to generate pressure with their front four. It's not going to happen because that's one thing I will say Alabama does do well is, and I like Sharp may not call plays well with the Falcons, but he dialing them things up with them boys at Bama. Yeah. I mean, they could not stop them, Ole Miss, period.
Nah.
Period. And it was to a point where he was literally, at times, where he was calling them up like they were making dumb mistakes, like jumping off sides, and still they were like, nope, we still gonna score. So I like the way they're playing, but I think it's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be a great atmosphere. I don't know how many fans really gonna be able to be there, but man, I think it's gonna be good. We'll see. We'll keep an eye out for that, man. I'm looking forward to see how it's gonna work. It's gonna be a good game. We'll get to dive into a little bit deeper next week before they actually have the game. Let's get to the NFL, man. There's a lot of NFL stuff going on. I know one thing that the Dolphins right now are 1-3, so I know you put the call out there. You think they should start Tua?
It's time, bro.
Is he starting today? When they play?
They play. Miami play this weekend?
Yeah, they play.
But yeah, I mean, I would. It's time, bro. Like you said, you know what you're getting with Fitzpatrick, bro. You're already 1-3, right? So you're playing Frisco.
They play at 4 o'clock.
So you know what you're getting, right? Like it's time to start that clock. Just like, unfortunately, with the Chargers quarterback. Yeah, it's time, bro. It's time to start that young quarterback, bro, and get it going. You still have an opportunity to catch Buffalo in the division. You don't know what New England gonna be. It's time to let Tua roll, bro.
Keith, go ahead.
Yeah, because we know they're not gonna win the division. Buffalo and New England gonna win the division. So it's time to see if Tua can stay healthy.
Tua go time.
Is it time that you got your quarterback? Because if you can tell that, you know, because you still got a lot of picks for next year if you need to draft a quarterback next year. So if I'm the Miami organization, I'm starting him this week and let him roll for the next other week. We gonna see if he injury prone. Is he our future or is he's not? So you know everybody else playing. You got Joe Burrow playing. You got the kid from San Diego playing, Herbert. So yeah, it's time.
Herbert joint having that to a default. You know, you punch a man lung. I don't know about
He would have got on the field.
Yeah, he would have got on the field.
It make the offense a whole lot better for real.
Yeah, he do.
Tyrod just,
he do.
He just
But I'm just like that's a bad
safe
way
quarterback.
That's a bad way to lose your job when you these doctors done perform this drink so many times and all of a sudden that man got a punch of lung. Yeah, come on, for real. But back to Tua. I think Tua needs to go ahead and play. I mean, you know what you're getting from Fitzpatrick. He been on 50 different teams. You know, it's time.
He's almost done every team in the
NFL.
NFL.
So I'm like, look, you done saw what he's done. You're 1-3. You know, give Tua a chance. Yeah. It's time to give him a chance. It's time to put him out there. You ain't spend all your first round money to just put somebody on the bench. You know what you have with Fitzpatrick. Didn't make the playoff with him last year. Ain't gonna make the playoff with him this year. So guess what? Put Tua on the field. People want to see Tua play. People pay to see Tua play. Yeah. People don't pay to see Fitzpatrick. Give a kid a chance. You know, and like I said, without the injury. He might have been in Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? So now he said he's ready to go. The doctor say he's ready to go. Put the man on the field. Let's see what he got. Because then that might give the team a joke by putting him out there. That would happen. Even though and they're going to lose a couple of games, but by Herbert coming in the game, that gave him a little confidence. And you need a new face.
But even if they don't win, you just want to see if he's ready for prime time.
Just put him in there. Yeah.
I agree with everybody. I think it's time for him to get on the field, man. I think we want to see what he got. Yeah. I mean, you know, let me jump into something else. I kind of left it off, but let me ask you, what do you guys feel about what's going on with the COVID-19? I mean, it's been spreading through the NFL rapidly, and it's becoming now major issues where, you know, teams end up practicing, Titans end up practicing on their own, and they got found out and talking about now.
2 more people got the COVID.
They got 2 more people got the COVID, and they're talking about now vacating that game or suspending the team. I don't know. They're talking about so many different things because so many different scenarios because it's affecting everything. And this is this is not something we're used to. We don't understand what's going on. I'm gonna start with you, Key. Like, how do you feel about what's going on in the NFL and how they're dealing with the pandemic?
NFL doing this terribly, bro. In NBA gave you the blueprint, and you make more money than NBA. This should have been a bubble type of environment where you find a facility. Y'all had the money. Each owner put up certain amount of money because there's no way to stop it. You're traveling on a plane. You're going to different cities. If you live down south, they acting already like it ain't the COVID.
Yeah, Florida's governor opened all the stadiums.
And so crazy. Tennessee, they ain't mandatory masks and this and that. So, and you putting these people's life in danger, bro. They family, this and that. And I blame the NFL, bro. You should have came up with NBA shows you the blueprint. You find a bubble and be like, look, if we gonna have a season, we all gonna be in this location where you can't travel out of it.
But you know how hard.
But you know,
it's a little hard.
It's a little hard.
No, you can't do it with 53 people, bro.
No, you can't.
Not just that. You got more coaches, more personnel.
You got
and here's your issue and we get what you're saying, but the issue you have is that, I mean, one, basketball is the smallest nucleus of people, but I think what you also have is that, I mean, their teams are spread really out across the United States. So how are you going to now build some type of environment that, one, and then you got to realize multiple games always happen at the same time. Mm-hmm. So how you going to do all that, being that you have the Pacific Coast, the Mountain, you got the East Coast and Central.
Okay,
how you going to do all these different things?
My thing is you do it is you can't play all your game on Sundays. Mm-hmm. You might have to have a game on a Monday, a game on a Tuesday, a game on a Wednesday, a game on a Thursday.
You can't do that.
Why you can't do it?
It ain't no player safety, bro.
So now you're not the player safety.
Oh yeah.
Player safety is when, hold on.
Them boys ain't signed.
Because on Tuesday they're not, because Tuesday they automatic day off. That's their day off on Tuesday.
And then so here's the thing: they have a CBA that they sign.
Yeah.
So stick to the CBA. That's one aspect of it.
But you don't think like if you go to Miami down in Orlando with all that land, you can build.
No, you can't build a corner.
You can't build a stadium.
You can't build that overnight.
This ain't a habitat for humanity, dog.
It's too much. And then think about this, because those stadiums are like $1 billion, right? But then you
don't think the league got that money?
But think about it. I mean, you can't create. They would have had to know the penalty is going to happen
2 years
for
ago
them to have to build the stadium.
Yeah.
They should. I'm saying it could have been a.
So they have stadiums they can use.
They have stadiums, but I'm saying you can be in a city where even if you had to go to like a college stadium, just a city, right? It's a way they could have did.
But let me throw this at you, right? So and we'll get everybody else coming in. So when you're saying that they have money, they can do all these different things. You also got to add in CBA. Then you also got to add that there's like this American notion that like high school football, college football. So you really don't supposed to be affecting those games as well by having games on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or anything else. Because that has been like this agreement that's not necessarily written, but it's kind of understood. It's another like high school football's on Fridays and college on Saturdays. So it always kind of manipulates that way. So where I understand what you're saying, there's still the vibe. So it would be damn near impossible to be able to facilitate that type of environment.
Well,
in NFL. Now basketball is different because you can always bring it's less players, less people, less coaches. You can bring everybody in one place. NFL, man, it's damn near impossible.
It could, but the blueprint they have now, I don't think the season gonna get done because somebody who don't have COVID today, 2 days later they have COVID, right?
Yeah.
And now they done played another team.
Yeah.
And later, so the way
baseball's doing it though, and they kept trucking through.
But
and now they're in the playoffs.
But
now the baseball did it smarter. They kept everybody in certain areas.
That's all I'm saying.
Not initially, it didn't.
Well, not initially, but then down the road they did.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
now
playoffs they started.
Now they started, and not even the entire playoffs, just recently.
Yeah, they
Tampa Bay played out in San Diego.
But that was this series.
Okay, gotcha.
Before that, the Yankees played at home.
Yeah, but so I just don't know how they're gonna get through a 17 game season. I just don't see it. And if you do, because now you're talking about like now you're canceling a game next week. So say what next week if they test again? What you gonna do again? Keep
pushing it back.
Yeah. So to me, this season is like an asterisk.
Is it asterisk?
It's an asterisk season.
Wow.
Like because, like you said. You keep on saying about Wisconsin supposed to play this Sunday, so now they're playing next Sunday.
They're playing Tuesday.
Yeah,
No, then they moved it.
They moved it to next Sunday. They moved the Miami game.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of.
So now you test again, you find 2 more people got COVID. What you gonna do then?
You have to move it.
You have to keep. So I'm just saying.
Shut down facilities.
Yeah.
You go ahead, bro.
I think the NFL, it looked good in the beginning. I think Tennessee put a black eye on it because they the ones started with that joint just spewing out. Like it's something went wrong down in Tennessee that they're not saying. That to get it this bad because
they not wearing masks in Tennessee.
No, I agree with you. But then when you talk about an NFL team
in the organization
and an organization where they have this mandate that look, this is what needs to happen for us to finish the season. You got a lot of teams following the bylaws that don't have COVID going on. You know what I'm saying? Something went wrong in the organization. I'm gonna tell you what went wrong. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. They men, right? So they gonna be out there meeting some chicks who probably out doing whatever. You inviting them over. You don't know whoever you're around, family and friends. You don't know who they have been around. They been out. They come around. You give you COVID. You know what I'm saying? They might not go nowhere, but it's the people. All right, I'm gonna invite my cousin over, my shorty over, my wife that went out. Who did that?
Somebody had to do it. It can be somebody in the facility. It can be a coach. It can be a player. It can be one of them ball boys. It can be anybody.
You were right in the sense of what could have happened, but the problem is as an organization itself, you knew coming in what the NFL expected. There is no way. Me personally, I would take draft picks for them. Because the main focus.
Yo, I'm taking money out.
Because the main
focus. I disagree.
Why?
Because I could have did anything you told me to do. But then I have a family member, or my wife went out to the grocery store, or my kids went to school, and then they come back and they have COVID.
No, I understand all that.
So I don't.
But stuff was in place before the season started. Before the NFL put this in place.
So what you trying to tell them?
Told you.
But you trying to tell them don't be around your family?
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is. You have to have people. Look, you have to be careful. People probably ain't washing their hands. They probably.
But I ain't got no. If you my brother, right, and I'm playing ball and I'm inside, I ain't going nowhere. And then you come over to my house. I don't know what the hell you doing.
But that's my point. So you need to let them know that. Like where have you been? Like what have you been?
Man, I can tell you anything, bro. I ain't been nowhere.
Well, dog. But see, this is
you jeopardizing.
But you jeopardizing.
They have a really. So what you don't realize they have a trace on your arm.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, they might not go nowhere, but the people they're coming in contact with.
But that's
like your girl.
But you can limit that, though.
With your girl.
It's a responsibility.
But if your girl might go somewhere.
You
got a trace on your arm. so they know where you're going. So you better be honest because they probably gonna cut you.
Exactly.
No, but James, that's not what I'm saying.
You talking about other people? I get
Other
it.
people you're
They got a Smith playing, huh?
Yeah.
James,
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking,
get it, dog.
I'm talking about other people you're coming in contact with.
Right, but at the
coming
same
to you.
time,
It's your job.
your family has to understand, right? If we don't play, we don't make money, right? It's just like you. It's just like, you know what? I gotta protect my family, right? I can't just do certain things 'cause I know other people depend on me. And your family has to have that same mentality. If I come into the house and I know I've been partying, say, bro, I ain't coming to the house.
But Ray, you ain't even gotta be partying, bro. I'm saying with COVID,
It's just
bro,
anything. I'm just saying.
your family could have went to work.
No, come on, bro. You
No.
talking NFL, but they ain't going to work.
Right.
No.
All I'm saying is, so the NFL is going to get through the season. It's going to be rough.
It's gonna be hook or crook.
It's gonna be rough.
But it's gonna be
But
players.
the NFL is going to plunge through.
It's gonna be players playing that.
But if I was Tennessee, bro, I would make them forfeit. And you know them boys want their game checks.
Without price.
So if they don't play
But
a
it's
week,
more than-
and they got to go through the union and all
But-
that.
but it's more than-
that's when you're going to get players right.
But
when you start taking money out their pockets,
But it's
that's
more
when you get right.
But it's more than Tennessee.
No,
you got
but
No, I'm just using that as an
Tennessee's the
example.
big- but
They're
Tennessee's
getting
the
the
big-
top news.
Yeah,
Right?
Tennessee is the
They got
biggest market.
23
Everybody
staff
from
and
Tennessee.
players.
Yeah.
No, it's a problem.
But
bro.
two other people from New England just tested COVID.
That's two, but
That's
versus
two.
23.
No, they got like almost 30. They had 2 more tests today.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like-
and then, hold on. They go practice at another field,
That's
and 2 more people
irresponsible.
get it.
That's irresponsible, bro. So at some point, and I know that they got the union, but until you start taking money out these cats' pockets, bro, no, they're not going to just do what they're supposed to do. But the NFL's going to keep plugging through, though. They're not
That's
canceling
why
nothing.
I don't think they are.
But and then Devin McCoy talking about, well, they're talking about they're not looking at our safety. You know, it's about playing the game. Dude,
they not.
though, at the end of the day, guess what the NFL gave you an option to do? Not play.
They not.
Bro. So you had the right to not play from the jump. Don't come in the ninth inning talking about, oh man, they talking about playing these games and not about our safety. Dude, you had every option. COVID was
Everybody
still.
else out.
You see people opt out, though.
They had 8 people in New England opt out.
So I'm saying, so you had that opportunity. Don't come down to somebody like the protocol.
I think that's what's gonna happen, bro. If
What's
they
gonna
don't,
happen? What's gonna happen?
if they don't keep getting this under control, and a lot of players coming up with COVID, I don't see how they gonna complete the season. Because I think a lot of cats gonna be like, right now you put my life in jeopardy.
But you had to, you knew that.
But I'm talking about,
you
but
knew
you
that
ain't.
prior to the season.
You
Keith.
did know, but you can still make your adjustment. Just because I agree right now.
But how you know the NFL is not making the adjustments?
Because
dog?
right now,
Hey,
right.
you talking crazy, Keith.
What
I'm
more
not
can
talking-
you do besides test you daily, spending billions,
Right, but I'm not saying what they not testing. I'm just saying if every other week and a team keep getting COVID, I don't know how can you move along. Because
You gonna
if I know if I'm a player and every other week I'm playing a team and they getting COVID, bro, I'm gonna have to say to myself, yeah, I want to play the season, but this is not working.
I get it.
Because I'm putting
But
just
you-
not my life in jeopardy.
but you had-
I'm
But
putting
you knew
my-
that. But you knew that going
You knew
in,
it from
Keith.
the jump.
Right, but you take just because I take a chance don't mean I have to go through it. If I say it's like if I'm doing something right, if I'm doing something, I say I'm gonna try this, but I say, damn, bro, this ain't working.
Right, I get it.
I'm gonna go another way. I ain't gonna keep fucking bumping my head against the wall.
But you gotta understand, like there's bylaws in the CBA that doesn't allow you. That was the whole problem there.
That's why they gave him up front.
Because they had to agree on the COVID
protocols, testing, all that.
testing, all that type of stuff, and it wasn't there. So there's bylaws that they had to agree upon, and then because this epidemic is unknown, it was constantly changing, evolving. So they really can do a lot of shifting because of the way everything is outlined. So it's really, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is absolutely correct, but when you have like a professional sport like the NFL, or let's say you can use your company for example, when you have things in line that they have to align to, whatever rules and regulations they have to align to, you just can't change just because you want to change. You have to stick to what it is until it becomes to a point where it is such a emergency to it, where then you got to change because there's nothing else. There's no other result to it. You got to make a change here and there, and they can't do that, man. NFL is in a tough situation because they took an approach. God, Jesus, the Falcons are terrible. They took an approach that they just can't admit that they can't change.
But
and it's going to be they're trying to adjust. You're trying to adjust. Also, you're adjusting with owners who also don't want to adjust to the rules and regulations that you provide, right? So that's even tougher. I mean, it's a big thing. And then you also got to realize the state laws, the state and city laws are also part of what you have to use, and you have to adhere to as well.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It's tough.
It's not
No,
easy.
and I get what you're saying, but it's like if I'm like my job made me come to work 2 days a week, right? But if I keep getting COVID, I'm gonna tell y'all I ain't coming back. I just feel uncomfortable.
And they got the right to fire you.
And they do, but
hold on. So but your point is this, right? You right? If you feel they have to provide a safe environment,
right?
If the people are getting COVID in your office, then they're not providing it.
Right.
So therefore, now they have to make some type of change.
Adjustment, yeah.
So if they don't do it, then they're liable.
Yeah, you're liable for my thing. I can have a lawsuit.
So, but the NFL is trying to provide this environment. And if the players are out here doing what they want, and the players are being able to go wherever they want and contact who they want to contact to,
that's on them, right?
That's a problem.
Right.
So this is what we were trying to say. Like, there's multiple things to it, and it's tough, man. I feel like they got a huge problem on their hands because they can't be in some bubble like everybody else. The only thing they can do is keep all the players in one hotel somewhere.
So, but do you think if we was getting this much press about it, if Tennessee didn't have that series outbreak?
Not that more than Tennessee
I think,
right now.
Because it's been one or two plays. It hasn't been like
I think
this big spread like Tennessee.
I think the Tennessee thing allowed it to become more of a focal point because I do feel like it's probably been positive tests.
Yeah.
They just wasn't relating.
Yeah,
They weren't relating.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
I don't think they're relating information.
It's been like onesie,
now
twosies.
they have to be more transparent about it because of the fact.
Yeah.
So now New England's got to shut theirs down.
Ray, it's no way.
And all these other ones. Yeah.
There's no way, though. You're playing football. You on top of people.
Oh, I get it. All I'm saying is, but they knew this coming into this.
Did you
right?
not see the? I think it was Gilmore.
Yeah.
He was positive.
Yeah.
Did you not see the picture
Yeah,
where Gilmore was
Patty
talking to
Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes?
Yeah.
He was literally in his face.
Yeah. So you gonna tell me it's no way, bro? It's no
It's
way.
tough, bro.
But at the end of the day, the players got to do their part, right? Everybody got to play their part, dog.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
know what I'm saying? And
that's why they
I just
get
don't
you
like
out
the
to get out.
complaining when all this now happening. You knew this could happen.
Yeah.
You knew COVID ain't going away in a month, right? Like you knew you had the option, but you want to get paid. You want the money, right? So now that's the.
But I think they still was gonna have to pay him.
Nah, you sit out.
No, you got money.
You don't
No,
get
you
your
got
full
money.
You don't
salary.
get your full salary.
Right,
You got
you
to
got
put
your
$100
salary.
down.
You got
They
money.
got agreed upon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed upon
salary.
Yeah.
And
You
I
ain't
think
get you making 20 million. You ain't
I
get.
think it's, and I do
So
think
ain't
it's
nobody-
It's like 386.
Say, bro,
Well,
you
not
got
everybody does.
Not everybody, but like
I think it's based off of
Yeah.
conditions. If
Yeah.
if it's a health condition,
Yeah.
you get the full 360.
Yeah.
full
They got
benefits.
money. So it ain't
But
like
if it's
they-
like if it's like you just opt out,
Yeah.
then it's just
Yeah,
it's what it
it
is.
ain't like they wasn't getting no money.
Their defense
Cause you got like
burnt, boy.
it's the same in every industry. You
I
got
see rugs.
you got movie stars and comedians. They ain't getting paid.
Too much speed.
So you know it's
all
what it
good,
is
bro.
right now.
It's gonna be a must see TV, bro. We'll see how it goes.
We know we got NFL going on right now, but let's go through a quick pick 'em. I think we got a couple of games that we can take out this Bills tight because that ain't gonna happen.
You don't think they're gonna play?
No.
Nah, and
today.
it ain't been a great round of games today.
Yeah, it's really not.
All the weekend, but Browns is Colts. Give me your thoughts on that. Give me a who you think gonna win that one.
I don't believe in Phillip Rivers, but I think I believe enough in the Colts defense and the running game to beat the Browns. I'm not sold, bro. Browns beat teams that had 2 wins combined probably in the last 3 weeks. So I'm out on Baker. So I got the Colts winning.
This game gonna tell me a lot about Baker Mayfield. Like Raymond said, they been beating up on. It reminded me of the Cowboys last year when they started off 3-0.
man, they professional.
And they ain't play nobody. And then when they start playing a team with defense and talent, they ain't win too many games. So I'm gonna go with San Diego because of the defense.
San Diego.
Yeah, well, the Chargers.
San
Diego.
The LA Chargers. They always gonna be San Diego.
The Colts,
The
man.
Colts, man. What are you
Playing
talking
the
about?
Colts and
Oh,
Browns,
my
bro.
bad.
Hey, you had 1 too many.
Nah,
Oh, yeah, Sunday.
the Colts. So
Mine on Sunday.
This boy,
mine
he's
on
crazy.
Sunday. So the Colts, I'm gonna go because I think the Colts got the number 1 defense right now.
They ball.
1 or 2.
In the NFL. So I just like Ray said, I'm just over Baker Mayfield, bro. When you gotta do trick plays on Cowboys to get Odell the ball, and I don't think they're gonna be able to dominate the run game like they have been doing previous against other
Colts got a
teams.
deep-
Yeah, because Colts got a good run defense. But I'm gonna go with the Colts because of their defense.
I'm going with the Browns. Phillip Rivers sucks. Their offense is terrible. their offense is terrible. Listen, they need to put Jacoby Brissett back out there. Their offense ain't moving the ball. They ain't getting the ball to their receivers. That dude is done. He is done. I'm going with the Browns. I think Baker Mayfield he's not gonna have a great day, but he'll have a good enough day to win the ball game. I think Kareem Hunt, now that Chubb is a little dinged up, is gonna come out and have a great day.
I need them fantasy.
And I just looking at the Browns to win this game, and they playing at home, and they had a big victory with the Cowboys, and I think this is gonna be a big win with them by 3.
All good, baby. All good.
I think the Colts gonna win. I like what they're doing. And Phillip Rivers don't need to be great. He just needs to get the ball to the right players at the right time.
Just don't turn it over.
Don't turn it over. Don't make these wild mistakes we're making. So I think they'll be all right. I mean, they've been playing well before. He's only got maybe a 300-yard game, maybe once, maybe. I don't even think so. But he's keep them the chains moving, and the defense is playing good defense and play good field position. So I like the Colts in that. So right now the Steelers and the Eagles are playing right now. The Battle of Pennsylvania. I'm gonna start with you, Dundee. Who you got? Even though it's 17-14, who you got?
I still like Pittsburgh winning the game. Yeah, Wentz, it is what it is. He's gonna make a mistake in the second half, and Pittsburgh gonna win the game.
Yep. Okay. Too much defense.
Key?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh defense. They look like the old Pittsburgh defense. A lot of blitzes.
They 4-0?
Yeah. So, and I don't like the way Philly receivers. They need to get healthy, man. They need to get some more.
They just don't have enough, bro.
Yeah, they just need more talent.
And it's hard to really judge Wentz when he hasn't been healthy receivers. He haven't had the last 2 years.
Hey man, ho! Stop with that BS.
Nah, I mean
you never hear Aaron Rodgers complain about receivers. You never hear a man out of Seattle complaining about receivers. They professional.
I'm not saying
I don't care.
He's not Aaron Rodgers.
I don't care.
He's not Aaron Rodgers.
Let me say this.
He's not Aaron Rodgers.
You're a professional quarterback. I'm tired of you be making excuses when people ain't got no receivers. That's why you got a 53-man roster. That's why you got these dudes playing in the league. Quit talking about they ain't got no receivers. They beat Dallas last year without no receivers. So I don't want to hear that. I don't care if they're professionals. Everybody professional.
But anyway, I'm picking.
It don't matter.
I'm picking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man, Alex Smith might get y'all to win today, dog.
Man, we still losing. He don't need to be playing. He don't need to be on the field, bro.
They're down 27.
Alex, we trust, man.
Who you got?
I got the Steelers winning. Too much defense, man. Too much TJ Watts coming off that end, and this is too much for him.
And Dupree.
I got the Steelers too. Minka Fitzpatrick, man. I mean,
he changed their D last year.
He's balling. He plays well. You know, I've been to Pittsburgh. I've been to their stadium before, Three Rivers Stadium, and the fans are really nice. They were nice. They beat the hell out of the Falcons. I would tell everybody they beat the hell out of them, but they were so nice.
When that was like 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago. They were so nice about it though. They were like, "Oh yeah, you
They
lost."
They was humble.
They were like, "Oh yeah, you lost, but there's some good food over here to the side if you want to go over there." You come over here and hang out with us anytime you want to. Like, nah, I'm going home. Like, I ain't even go back to the room. I'm going straight home.
They not like the Browns fans. They horrible.
Oh, I was telling my sister before we get out here. I was telling my sister about that story. I was like, dog, the Browns fans,
they horrible.
like, cause my brother so Pittsburgh, my brother says that y'all are fake fans. Not y'all fake. Y'all are fake in general. That's the thing what he told me. He said, Pittsburgh fans they fake in personality. So I was like, dang, that hurts. Yeah. But I told him about the story about Cleveland, about how we went to the game and they jumped on top of the car. Yeah. And we were like, it's a rental. We were like, yo, it's a rental, fool. Like, get off the car.
They never telling us, Katrina.
Yeah, they was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they ended up having, you remember they had to remove the fan?
Because he threw Bill on one of the Saints fans.
They didn't move the Cleveland fan. They removed the Saints fan. We were like, yeah, you gotta get out of here.
We were like, you better
for
not
your
try
safety.
We better
get out of here.
We were like, you better not try that shit over here though. This
Man,
will be a whole other story.
So the Brown fan worse than the Philly fans?
Man, I heard them. Listen, they quote unquote could be the same, bro. They from the same cloth. Cause
they was rude as shit.
When I tell you,
when I tell him, James.
No, when I tell you, I was like, dang, what's wrong with y'all? Because we were by this old couple. And then we had Mr. Better. He loves to bet every time he gets to the game. Every time he gets to the game, like, he wants to bet. He wants to bet, like, every time, every play. Oh, yeah, here, watch. Touchdown right here. Yeah, they lost. I think y'all lost.
No, we won that game.
That was Breeze. That was Breeze's first game with Reggie Bush.
We won that game.
Okay.
We won that game.
So, Doc, when I tell you their fan base is on a different level.
Yeah, they broke.
They're a different level. Because I remember I asked that fan, like, hey, why do y'all be barking? They were like, I was like, what are y'all barking for? Like, what's a brown is? Is that supposed to be a dog? Like, they were barking. I was like, hey, I ain't never heard nothing.
They was rude as shit. They was rude, bro.
They were super rude. They were rude. They did
now,
not.
we had a good time in the club because the shit was cheap. Everything cheap.
Going on in Cleveland.
Yeah, but them fans was rude, but they jumped
They
on the
were
runner, bro, on the hood. We was like, what the fuck?
Nah, they jumped on the rental. Like, it was a rental we had. Like, I remember,
wait for that.
like, bro, the panic button set in. Like, they didn't even do it, and then they didn't do it very nice and gingerly. Like, yeah, they just started, like, they surrounded the car.
Oh, yeah.
And they jumped on it. We like, I'm like, man, you don't get off, it's a rental. Like, and you black.
Yeah.
So you should know, like, yo, listen,
Like,
black folks have to know each other. Like, listen, at the end of the day, it's all kicks and giggles. It's you mess with my money.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Yeah, they was hiding a tree. That's why y'all had Katrina.
Yeah, they was. They were, and it was fresh off Katrina.
It was fresh.
It was fresh off Katrina. It was fresh off Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some nasty stuff.
No, that was terrible.
That's nasty.
That was terrible, bro.
Now you hitting below the belt. Like now you hitting.
And Katrina was fresh. It probably was only like a year removed.
Yeah, it was fresh off Katrina.
Yo, now you hitting me where it hurt. Like come on, dude. Like,
It was fresh
yeah,
off
that's
Katrina.
bad.
I wasn't, and I ain't a Saints. I hate the Saints. I hate the Aints, but I wasn't happy about that. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
come on,
can't.
bro.
That's
Like, you know what I mean? They told y'all, and they told them they had to take their jerseys off. So, because they were like, yeah, y'all get some food, but you gotta take your jerseys
Yeah,
off.
they ain't want to feed it. They ain't at the tailgate.
We were like, yo, I was like, hey, man, dude said you gotta take your jerseys off. I was like, dang, that's messed up, man.
But you know who had some good fans though? I don't know, Arizona.
Yeah, they cool. They laid back out there. Yeah, they laid back.
And they beat up. It's kind of like
Arizona
Pittsburgh.
They ain't no rowdy. You go to their games.
Arizona and probably LA they don't care.
And James, they beat us. They was like, nah, y'all, I feel like Drew, he good. Yeah, they beat us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, San Francisco, I mean, out of Arizona, it's so laid back. You go sit in the stadium.
I love Arizona.
And then you just go out there.
Bro, when I left Arizona, bro, I wanted to move. I was like, bro, I want to move to Arizona.
Shout out to Arizona, man. I heard y'all got beat up in Oakland, though.
I ain't going.
Oakland was actually pretty cool.
I had to go though.
They do one dude trying to curse us out, and he just like kept walking. But other than that, I mean, they were getting beat so bad, though. Like, don't be stupid and sit in the black hole.
Yeah.
Like, don't be crazy.
I heard them.
But like, don't be dumb. But I mean, their fans wasn't that bad. They were just so mad about their own team and burning about it.
I missed that trip.
They gave a nice tailgate, fed us, cigars. So it was a good look.
All right, man. Well, that's a good going out story right there, man.
And y'all fans are nice.
Yeah, we should be. We nice to everybody, but we got all the hospitality. We lose every week.
I felt like I was at a home game in Atlanta.
Yeah, because before we get out here, people don't understand. Let me explain something to everybody out here. Atlanta fans don't really care about football for real. I was having this conversation with somebody, and I was explaining to them who's a Saints fan. I was telling them, like, listen, I'm sorry, New Orleans, and all our family, we love y'all, but it ain't a lot going on in New Orleans outside of football. And there's some other things out there besides the tourism football. Atlanta fan base is really not from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. It's a little fickle. Yeah. And they have other things going on. Yep. So they don't really look at football as the need all. It is all. They look at it as something to do on Sunday before they go to other, because brunch is over. They go to a game. They enjoy that, and then they do like the midday cap. Yeah, there you go. Then they may Follies is no longer open, but they may hit a Magic City, Blue Flame. Yeah. They may hit some other places, and then they go home. That's Atlanta. Atlanta don't care. So like they look at it like that. So it really be me that be out here like yo with the crowd when I watch the game. They don't care.
Nah, you gotta know the fan. My pops is a Falcons fan. My father's a Falcons fan. Stevie Barkowski.
You know how I feel.
Billy White, she was
I watch the game. I be like, man, I be like that like right now.
Yo, I
look at
told
the score.
I told my father.
But in New Orleans, everybody just love the Saints, bro.
Yeah,
that's what
I was telling you, y'all.
I wouldn't say that.
That's the only like sports besides.
I was sports.
Yeah, I'm talking about
sports.
But that's your market.
Right, Atlanta got so many different people that move to.
They move to it. They don't care.
Yeah. They don't care. It's like DC. They got a lot of people that's not born and raised that live in Atlanta. Yeah.
And then if they really want, they can say they can just pick who they want. Yeah. They can pick the Braves right now.
Yeah.
Right, so it is what it
Yeah,
is.
we only got the Saints. Well, we got the Pelicans
Saints
now.
and Pelicans,
We got the
But
Pelicans.
they don't like about the color.
Nah, they like the Pelicans right
They
now.
like them, but they don't.
Love
They don't love them
They
like
don't
the
love
Saints.
them
like the
And then
Saints.
when,
Don't
when,
love
you,
them like the Saints.
when the Pels start making it to the playoff consistently and getting close to the conference finals or something like that, if it ever happens, then they probably started getting a love.
But
for
Saints
it.
is our all. Yeah,
Yeah.
Saints is our all. I get it.
Well, all right, Ray, man, get us out of here, bro.
Let's do it.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
So James, did somebody get fired today in Atlanta?
I think so, bro.
Yeah,
I think
Somebody got to go today, bro. I think the head coach got to
down
go
27.
today. Yeah, that
And
Carolina.
down 27, and you really don't have much of a